If you're wondering why it seems like your lender is asking you for a ton of documentation when it seems like you've already sent proof of what it is that they're talking about, this is why. Aside from the occupancy fraud, which is a huge thing lately, the amount of income fraud and asset fraud is astounding.
Y'all are going to jail.
We recently caught an income fraud situation where somebody made pay stubs online and they looked really, really legit, except for the direct deposit amount did not match what was going into the bank statements. And this is why we have to cross-check bank statements and pay stubs. That's how things get caught. There's so many things we have to cross-check and look at details for like that it makes it 10 times harder to not only get pre-approvals done, but to verify and get the loans done as well.
And this is what's causing costs to go up. What cost? Credit report cost. All of the third party, fourth party, fifth party things that we have to do because a lot of you guys out there think you're smarter than the system. Well, I'm here to tell you today that the system, the compute power, and the communication that the computing power is allowing is going to get you guys caught up. You're going to go to jail. And trust and believe it's still going on today. What's still going on today? Fraudulent documentation. You guys are creating pay stubs and all kinds of foolishness to get into a house. And you're not going to get away with it. I want to give you guys insight into what's going on and to help those of you that may be going through the origination, the home loan process, and asking yourself, why do they want so much information? This is why. A lot of your fellow Americans are thieves, crooks. They want something for nothing. And so when you guys start seeing a lot of this stuff come up, what stuff? People going to jail for committing mortgage fraud. Before you start praying and going to do GoFundMes, make sure you hear the full matter because I'm here to tell you there's a lot of crooks out in the environment. Let's continue.
And I still believe that most people are good, but it's this 1% that makes it so much harder for everybody else. Please do not try to cheat. Mortgage fraud is investigated by the FBI. You can get a severe fine and go to jail. Just do things the right way and you won't have to worry about it.
Listen to what she's saying. I don't know why some of you guys will go to the extremes that you'll go to break the law and then want somebody to have compassion for you when you get caught. I ain't compassionate for you. Quit stealing. Occupancy fraud is real. What is occupancy fraud, Robert? It's when you're saying you're going to buy a house to live in as your primary residence. Whole time, you know you're not going to live there. There's a lot of people that do this with Section 8. That's probably why that video I did a couple of months back talking about Section 8 and the folks that are stealing, you know who you are. That's probably why it got so much traction because it's real. Back to the mortgages. If you say you're going to live in the home as a primary residence, the reason that it's an issue is because you don't have to put as much down as far as a down payment is concerned. And you're taking from people that really want to get onto the housing ladder properly. The internet is a beautiful thing, but after the pandemic, I'm going to tell you what, man, all of these scammers came out and they got y'all running plays and hustles and whatever you call them, and they're going to end up leading you behind somebody's bars. Facts. Because these folks are coming and there really is no statute of limitations, especially when you mess with the government's money. So occupancy fraud is through the roof. I had somebody today have the nerve to ask me to commit fraud. Y'all have lost y'all rabbit minds. Cause Rob ain't going to jail for none of y'all, right? If you see me in jail, it's for righteousness sakes, period. All the rest of that stuff, man, I go to work every day. I pay my taxes. I do all the stuff that y'all like to get online and say is a scam and is a fraud and all that. I'm a law keeper. Facts. And if I break a law, it's because I don't know it. But someone asked me to do that. And I'm like, bye. I don't even want to talk to you. So occupancy fraud is a big issue. And with all of the technology, the drones, the Ring doorbells, y'all on y'all telephone, y'all can't stay off these telephones showing y'all and showing everybody what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? As my mama said, you can't do wrong right. And with all of those things, they just sitting back waiting until how do y'all say it? Come to the front of the room, they call you. And then, y'all want to come up with all of the cards that you pull, whichever ones those are, and you want somebody to feel sorry for you. Quit stealing, and you won't have to worry about that. Do the right thing. So not only is occupancy fraud on the rise, documents that I guess ChatGPT and Gemini and all this compute power, you guys, do y'all really think these folks are going to let you steal that money like that? Right? It's just giving you enough rope to hang yourself. And when they call for you, you got to come see the man. I'm here today trying to tell you not to commit occupancy fraud. If you buy a house as a primary residence, intend to live in said house. If you want to be an investor, but do it the right way. And that'll prevent you from having heartburn. Most of these loans that you're doing, as long as you live in the house for the first year as your primary residence, you're good to go. I won't call out this zip code, but a lot of you guys from a city up north in Northeast, y'all must be the occupancy fraud capital of the world, because I'm getting a lot of calls from a certain zip code where just listening to you talk, you guys are, telling folks you want to commit loan fraud. And I'm just cutting off the conversation. I don't want to hear it. Don't call me with that. Let me put it out there on the internet streets. I'm not the dude. I don't want your money. I don't want to be associated. Years ago, I think it was my second office, there was a guy on the same floor with me. And when I tell you, man, they was getting to the money because he was a broker as well, a mortgage broker. And I mean, they just had things going on. This is before the internet really popped. This is probably 2009 to 13. Even during the housing market crash, this dude was just getting to the money. He was associated with some music industry type people. And this is why you don't covet what someone else has. They were committing fraud. They were coming out of H-Town. H-Town got a lot of straw buyer appraisal fraud type people. You feel me? I was at the office one day, and when I tell you, man, it was raining them alphabet boys. They was everywhere, and they was knocking on my little door. So I come to the door, and they asking questions, and I'm like, I don't know nothing. You mean you don't know? I don't know nothing. I don't know their name. I don't know nothing about them. You feel me? Because come to find out, all of that money and everything they were doing, when the stuff hit the fan and it hit the news, that cat went to jail, 30-year sentence. I don't know how long he was actually in jail. He didn't stay the whole time. You got to do things the right way from a business or a professional standpoint. And then for you guys getting into a home, come on, man, think about it. Think about it. Do you really want to go to jail? You're going to have a place to stay for 30 years and up to $1 million fine, because during these times and these administrations that's going on, these folks ain't playing, man. They tightening up. One thing that just came down the pike that was just kind of on my mind, I'm like, I don't understand why this is happening. But then when I really start thinking about it, I do understand. HUD or FHA loans is now saying that the name that you put, or your government name that's on your social security card, first, middle, last, suffix, whatever those are, that is what must be on the mortgage application and the contract to purchase a home. And when you think about it, it's because everything is connected now. And so when you go into the CAVR systems and things of that nature to pull an FHA case number, they want to make sure that you are who you say you are, because a lot of you guys have burnt up, have lied about fraud being committed. You see? And so you mess it up for those that really legitimately have an issue. And as the lady was saying, you cause a lot of additional documentation and just make the process harder. And that's why, because of all of the fraud and theft that's going on. but they're cracking down on it. If you're ready to take the next step and achieve your goal of home ownership, I would love to have a conversation with you. Why? I'm a lender. My NMLS license number is 180100, and my contact information is pinned in the top comment and in the description of this video. My time is up, but I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let us let grace abound. Watch these next 2 videos. They'll help you in your education as you prepare to become a homeowner. And for the rest of you, indeed, y'all stay blessed.